Hi guys, Mr. Jaeger here, and welcome back to the front. So, in the last episode, we did a few things. Primarily, we sorted out the front line in the south and secured the front line in the north. We are now currently dealing with a rather rebellious Flanders, which isn't surprising considering we're both having to deal with the religion and the resistance to invasion, which doesn't surprise me. I partly wonder whether it's worth doing this, because at the moment it's just causing people to be pissed off with me. If I was to delete this, it wouldn't completely resolve the problem. But the thing is, I won't be able to use this for a long time, so I'm thinking what might be a prudent idea is, instead of having this be a very large and, I'm thinking this might... okay, I'm trying out a new technique. It does mean, of course, money is lost, but I'm thinking as a sort of an emergency fix, that might do the job. So anyway, yes, Spain has been kicked out of northern Europe, which is very good. We're now currently dealing with France... start again. Spain has been kicked out of northern Europe, and we're now dealing with the remaining bits of Spanish forces over here. Though, unfortunately, in Africa, which, to be fair, at the time of the recording, it is bloody boiling at the moment, which makes me feel like I'm in bloody Africa at this point, we are currently dealing with a large amount of enemy forces. Not exactly high top quality notch infantry, but there are a fair amount of experienced troops with artillery support. So, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. We do have, at the moment... I can't exactly honestly say 100% certain, but I do feel confident our naval forces are surprisingly strong in this area, which is pretty awesome. We also knocked out a naval force blockading Sweden, so I'm sure they'll be happy to see that. And at this moment in time, I can't see any particular benefits to... yeah, I can't really see any particular bonus or upgrade that I need to get. So I think it's just a safe bet to just do this. And once again, they're wanting a bloody alliance, and I'm saying no. Right, so what are the Spanish going to do this time? Ooh, okay, so no attacks, but they are probably redressing their troops and everything. Savoy, who I'm at war with because Savoy is currently in the way, is... sounds a bit cruel, but it is kind of like that. They are literally in the way. Ah, good. Mesopotamia has got some useful bits, and... what a surprise! In Flanders, there is a rebellion. And a rather weird-looking flag, to say the least, but, oh well. I will move this army up. And they are going to immediately die. Death. And what's nice is I can now finally afford just to keep repairing the troops. And better yet, my plan kind of worked. We're actually keeping the peace, which is pretty damn good. And I may even spawn a church school for 2 reasons. 1, so I can convert this area faster, and 2, for the very unlikely but hilarious, if it is true, chance that they might spawn a priest here, which then I can send over into Württemberg. Though, isn't Württemberg... oh, it's... you know what? Never mind. We will... right, question. Who's going to be... potters or weavers? I'm going to go weavers. Right, so Flanders will take longer to... yeah. I mean, it means I can kind of speed up the product. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I kind of... yeah, fuck it. And Persia is more pissy, to say the least, but there's nothing really we can do, because, well, it's Flanders. What are you going to do? Flanders, Persia, what are you going to do? Alright, anyway... and our troops have recorded over Tunis. Okay, so the army over here is sorted. Right, give me intel, because I need intel. Right. Okay, that's good. extra prestige. To be honest with you, our prestige is probably doing really well. Yep, we're third. We're currently taking down the Spanish peg, though our armies have done far better than they've got, and it turns out their navy, while our navy isn't as glorious as theirs are, we do have a bit of a noticeable improve. Just ever so slightly. We're better than the Swedes, which is kind of cool. So, there you go. Though, I think I probably should... I've been buying around the bush, and I think I'm going to have to start the process. And I don't want to start the process, but I feel like I have to. So, we're going to have to stop... How much money can I get from this place? Oh, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. You know it's not worth it. Right, so... For context, I unfortunately have to say goodbye to this army. The reasons why is because when I captured this region, I was unaware of the fact that this accursed region was... like, you're unable to move armies out of it. I was able to move an army into it, and had I known that it would be the army... that I would lose the army, because I can't move them out. I can't move any of them out. Yeah. We've got absolutely... I was to dismount him. No, that doesn't seem right. But then again, I could say that he retires and goes peacefully to Germany once again. Maybe. Well, basically, the army here is that's currently keeping the peace, unfortunately, is going to be useless to me. And it's a very experienced, very, very good army, but the problem is we need the regiments as well as a number of things. So I'm going to keep the last Loyal Ronin Legion, but slowly but surely dismantle the army, so that way I can ensure that the garrison can be held. So I'm going to try and keep the last Loyal Ronin Legion, whilst I slowly but surely disband them. The reasons why I'm doing this is just so I can... There we go. Right, that's as much as I'm going to dare. I might recruit some trade militia just to try and ensure peace, whilst I then replace these dudes. But it's not the end of the army that I really wanted, to be honest with you, but at the same time, it does do two things. One, it grants us a shitload of economy once again, whilst we prepare to deal with the next war. Second, it does actually then allow us to re-recruit these units, because they were effectively dead anyway. Only this time I can now re-recruit them. So, I'm quite sad to say goodbye to all of those infantry who are very experienced, but now we get to re-recruit them and form a brand spanking new army, which we can then send into wherever we need to send it to in order to succeed. We're going to keep Dessau on as long as possible. I'd like for him to pass away before I have to do anything about it, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want him to be stuck there. It's a really shitty situation, and I kind of wish I could have done something about it, but there's nothing really we can do. Alright, so what we will do is avenge him by sending up Mr. Falkenstein, who has done pretty okay. He's unfortunately... No, it's not Falkenstein, it's Gunther Lichtenberg, who... Do you know what? Credit to him, he did not rout. He's been dealt a bit of a shit hand, but he's not out of it just yet, and I think I'll save him the honours of going into battle. Alright. So is there anything else that I need to be aware of? Oh, there's a port. Okay. I'm guessing there's a fleet there. Right. So there is a Spanish fleet, but a lot of these ships are now in port, which makes me kind of smile. Alright, reinforcements are coming through. And there's obviously a force over here. They are slowly but surely struggling, but luckily for us we can... Oh, that's just brilliant. Christianity coming back again. Protestantism is over make a change. Oh, they're even making more military ports. On both of the factors. Nice. Nope. Fuck you. Yeah, you're not going to have that shit. Right, so it looks like the Spanish forces have... Yeah, it looks like the Spanish forces have gathered up what troops they've got and are currently preparing for to receive whatever shit we're flowing up in that regard, which is, yeah, I'll say it's pretty good. I ain't gonna complain. I am not going to complain. Ooh, that might be given... You know what? I might now take that. It's a lot of money, but I think that'll actually do quite nicely. The Berlin Academy will give us a nice little victorious sense of prestige. But anyway, so that's that sorted. And how are we doing in terms of research? Okay, so the good news is that the upkeep costs are going to become very, very cheap soon. And better still, we've got the modern university, which will be much appreciated. Kasserine, I kind of feel like that probably... I mean, the people aren't too pleased, but I might just stick a garrison in there just to keep the peace, whilst also giving the pleasure gardens a chance as well. Then again, I could just move these guys into position, so fuck it. If I move all of you, do you get pissed off? Kind of. Right, I'll put you in that place, so that keeps the peace. I'll move you boys up to try and garrison that, then I can probably increase the learning and research of that place at least. Kasserine has been a very, very valuable tool since we started up, which is very, very nice. But no, the next turn, we shall have our army recruit. I mean, to be fair, I could just take a very experienced militia. You know what? Fuck it. Take the militia and start moving north. We've got an army with a militia inside, and if they survive, they survive. If they don't, they don't, but I'll at least have something going. So these three armies are basically going to push west, and we're going to try and see if we can mitigate and destroy a large portion of the Spanish forces in there. We can retake, if we can retake Algiers, then I will be very much happy. Perfect. Very depressing music at the moment. But yeah, so the war is proceeding as planned, and hopefully very soon we should start seeing some... nice, okay. The war is proceeding so far okay. I think with the capture... I think the big win was in capturing Flanders, but obviously the Spanish aren't just limited to Europe. They do, in fact, have a rather strong presence in America, though I don't really want to go for it. My main intention, once I've won the war... Well, once I've taken all the territories in Spain here and here, is to give the Spanish an opportunity for peace. And if the Spanish decide, you know what, that's fine, or hell, even if we break and make a new nation as a result, that's also fine by me. We could also then start looking towards... Oh, that's even better. I think I've got an idea for expansion into the Americas. Depending. French Guinea, Dutch Guinea... And of course, we've got a whole bunch of things as well. But I'm not going to go too crazy into America. I said my main goal is not to go into America, but to go to bloody India. And so far, in this campaign, I've yet to really accomplish those goals. I think the closest we've gotten now is the sodding war against the Ottoman Empire. But that was literally because they declared... Well, I declared war on them because they declared war on me twice. Right, so once again, no attacks from Spain, so it definitely means that we have got the advantage in initiative, but does that mean we are going to be able to use that to our advantage? Because, you don't know. Of course, Persia has a rebellion, of course. Actually, we can actually finally have some peace. Right, go kill those arseholes. Dead. Right, go back to that. That's finally kept the peace there. We did lose a rather large amount of income, sadly, as a result of that. But I think it's a pretty decent... I'd say that's a pretty decent trade. I'd rather not lose all of that. Construction report. Syria has gotten a fishing port. Nice, nice. And I'll increase that. And while there is an army unit now inside of Tunis, I'll just keep them in as part of the garrison. And then we do have reinforcing garrison troops coming up as well. So it's not quite as bad as it could be. Is there anything else, or is that it? I'm kind of, since the whole Ottoman war, I've been a little bit more suspicious on watching my flanks, which is a good thing. Unless... Right, time for you to attack. Right, so the good news is the enemy fleet is now stuck in their port. I'm blocking access to the Mediterranean with that fleet. This fleet has been repaired. Good. And I'm now going to do a dick move. Dum-da-dum-da-dum. Come and take this back. And I think another naval battle is coming on now. Well, don't you fancy that? Right, what's this? Trencherman. Who? That's fine. If he needs to take his time walking, then that's fine. He doesn't need to do much. He just needs to do that. Right. Time to good time to remind the Spanish as to who the hell they're fucking with. Now they do have a pretty powerful. They do have a pretty powerful 90. I like how the smaller ship is their admiral fleet. So we got multiple ships on our side, but they could still do some significant damage to it. Perfect. And the wind is somewhat favorable. Somewhat. Right, we're going to deploy the fleet along this axis. Right, the big ships will follow suit. We've got Bismarck set over to there. You're over there. Well, to be fair, the Razis and the... Are they all Razis? Oh, they are as well. And the Dichoso, the Dichoso, I'll put in between the two. So yeah, that's our captured ship. That was in the previous episode. We actually took a naval vessel from the Spanish. It was the only naval vessel to survive the encounter, but that's fine on that front. And then there's just this rather large 86 gun. Witty. Right, boom. If memory serves correctly, I would try and deploy more like a staggered column. The reason why I deploy like a staggered column is because then, in theory, it would then mean that the ships won't get stuck in each other's way as much. Or at least that's the plan. Okay, and go. Okay. They've deployed as such, I've deployed as such. Right, the first ships then I want to move into position. You move forward. You move into position. You move behind him. You move behind him. You move over to this flank. Try and give as much of a chase as possible. The Razis, I will tell you just to start sailing as such, and we will see what happens. So I'm going to use the battleships to... I'm going to try and use the battleships to fuck over... Hello. The enemy is going to let us... If the enemy will allow us to cross their T's, then I am not going to disabuse them of such notions. Alright, you stop. You stop. You keep going. Full sail. You keep going. One sail. Adjust, 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 adjust. You stop. You stop. You adjust. You hold position. Right, you want to go that way. Go full. You go slow. You go slow. Okay, you go slow. You go half. You go full. There we go. That works. Right, big sluggers start engaging. Right, adjust and go that way. Adjust. You adjust heading. Lock that fucker in. You adjust heading. You adjust heading. Adjust heading. You adjust heading. Nice. Their admiral is dead on the small ship, because that's the most logical explanation you can give at this point. So now this ship is absolutely murderizing that one. Nice. The big old ship is taking an absolute shit kicking, which it needs to. If you can get it to go to top sails, that's fine. See, if I had a steam ship, this wouldn't be a problem. Okay, this ship is taking a bit of a shit kicking. It's just so it's not the end of the world, but it would be nice if I could retain all ships. Right, you boys need to start making your way up that way. As do you. Bismarck and Norby needs to get over there anyway, so... Shit, I was worried about that. Okay, good news is the enemy's 40-gun frigate is surrendering. Or routing at least. This ship is getting absolutely pummeled. And while this ship's taking a shit kicking, it is in fact going to take massive amounts of damage. So I'm going to now park the Bismarck in front of him. Nice, nice. Right, Razi can go there, you can go there. You make your way across to here. You make your way across to here. Fantastic. This ship is effectively pinned. We're just having a massive slugfest now. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh. Right, you're perfectly in line of sight. This won't do much in terms of, like, damage factor, but the hope is the shock factor. I wish I could fire 2 broadsides at the same time. Almost done. Yep. 1. They're routing. Right, you cross the T and start catching. You start moving. You start moving. It would be great if you... It would be great if they would route properly, but I don't think we'll be that fortunate. No, I don't think so. Right, you start making your way towards there. You have actually taken quite a significant amount of damage. Even with ships that have surrendered, even with navies that have been completely decimated, and being against a very simple, like, sorry, even with a small navy that is going to be completely decimated as a result of the sheer... Still fighting, and that's very bad. Adjust, 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 adjust. Whatever the hell you do, don't you dare explode. Nice, 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 nice. Just surrender, you bitch. Oh, you know what I could have done if I had a fucking brain? I could have boarded that ship. Right. Cripple her ability to use... Oh, oops. Cripple her ability to use Come on. Brilliant. Good shit. Are you surrendered? I mean, they're all routing. Have you surrendered? Surrendered. Routing. Stop. Just realized how stupid I was. Like, all this time, I'm like, oh, that would be so great if I could capture a ship. And then I'm like, I can. It's called boarding. Right, let's see if we can catch these ships before they sink. I'd like to get another night. Yep, surrendered. Fantastic. Right. Let's get that fucker. I mean, it would be great if we could. I'm just like sailing on ahead. I'm like, motherfucker, I will get you! It's like, you will not escape. Do 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 do. The Storch is approaching, and we should hopefully be able to catch up. If that's good. Any ships sinking is the important question. I don't believe so. No, the water is remarkably calm, which means they are very much likely to stay safe. And more importantly, this ship, the Ave de Gracia, is going to be mine. Which is good. It looks like the Admiral bought it, which is fine. I don't mind that. I fear that this ship may be struggling to catch up. Or if it doesn't, then it's... Oh, I'm getting there. It's just the border is getting very close. Full sail. Oh, come on. Oh, we're gaining. We're gaining. Oh, come on. I got him. I fucking got him. Also, probably a good depiction as to what's going on in Europe right now. Get the fuck in there. That's fantastic. Right. Are you... Okay, no. Yes, I will add that to my fleet. 40 gun frigate. I mean... Not a bad call, but... What's this one? 28 now. Everything else we'll get the prize money for, but we're keeping the 90... We're keeping the 90 gun. Perfect. So that's another ship in my fleet. And I don't think... Yeah, I need to have a port that's... I need a port that's functional. And unfortunately, it's not quite functional. But the important thing is we were able to grab and nab the... Nice, nice. Construction, Syria, fantastic. Trade has been gained. Good. So yeah, we've now secured some territory in the north. Well, some naval territory in the north, and we're now just proceeding to make ready for the next stage of the invasion in Africa. The Africa campaign has completed, and we're now going to push the Spanish out of that. Though, as you can see, we do have quite a lot of dudes to deal with, so I am very intrigued. This is going to be one of those. Right. How are you going to handle this one, Spain? They may not push, to be fair. They may, in fact, stay still, and I'm the one who's going to have to make the push. But I'd like to be the... I'd like to have that with an army ready to go. Problem is, I don't think we're going to be that lucky. Unless we just decide fully to attack and just nudge up my Spanish... Or nudge up my forces against the Spanish. I don't think they're going to have... I don't think we're going to be... No. They're asking me for money as well. That's the stupid thing. They're like, oh, but, you know, if you know, you should totally surrender. I was like, no. I was like, well, if you paid us money, we'll accept it. Really? We're doing that? Oh, tricksy little fuckers. Yep. They're doing the Ottoman. Right. Now, the question is, can we... Right. Mr. Christoph Hallgarten. Lay siege to you. Move into position here. Bring up the reinforcement. Are you the dude who's yeah, Falkenstein. I want you to be the one to attack. Reasons why, we'll find out in a second. But primarily, it's because... Oh, nice. Primarily... Fantastic. Let's increase that, shall we? Reasons is just because I want to stop I don't want to deal with the stress of... Right, you... Yeah, no, it's fine. We do need this, actually, to be fair. And we've also got a lot of money now. We're finally at the stage where we're earning just... Yeah, I also prefer to have the music. We're finally at the stage where we're now earning enough money to be able to... Yeah, we're actually earning enough money to be able to immediately repair any damages, immediately repair any armies that get damaged, and immediately bulk up some of my nations, which is really kind of nice. I'm not going to lie. I mean, we're not out of the woods yet. We're at 25k now, which is a big thumbs up. But that doesn't mean we're at the Stonewall phase yet, though it's nice to be at this stage at last. Right. So let's fix this navy up, because we definitely need to fix this navy. Holy shit, do we need to fix this navy? Yeah, we're going to get the boarding house. The boarding house is what we're going to get. We don't need anything so much as into that. We've got this, which... Did you... Yes, you did. Good. I was going to say, like, at some point I'm going to have to look at the roads I've got and see if any of them needs to be upgraded, because I know that certain areas still don't have fully roads. Though, to be fair, it looks like the AI has taken care of a lot of them. Like, even the remotest provinces seem to have paved roads, which is a plus. Saves me money, as well as ensuring that the region itself... It just means that it just saves time, really. Right, anyway. Christoph, prepare to earn your paces again. Falkstein, sorry, should I say. And it's only one army. And there's only one army there. That is a lot of guns. That is a lot of guns. But I think it's gonna be a job. We gotta go for it. Glorious. All right. Okay. Here we go. Right. And I think we're good to go? No. Right, okay. So the enemy has an uphill advantage, unfortunately, which could be problematic for us. Unless if they deploy the center... Actually, to be fair, this might prove to be our advantage, because I'm just thinking, cavalry goes up the front, we might be able to catch the fuckers. If they deploy their cannon here, then we're in the then we've got a really big advantage. We also have an advantage because of the... Yeah, we have a major advantage as well, because we have the deployment here. And we could potentially... Well, I say major advantage. We have the chance to annihilate a large portion. Just by... Okay, so if you guys go here, I'll move these guys out initially, and then if we can be quick, that'll be something. God damn, it is warm. It's kind of frying my head a little bit. 1, 2. Right, move up. Right, so they haven't deployed, or if they have deployed, they are... Cool, okay. My thought process is, though, that this constitutes the largest formation of Spanish cannon in Africa at the moment. If we can potentially nuke that, I would dare to hope that such an advantage would result in the complete and utter decimation of... No, it's not likely. Right, withdraw the cavalry and move them to the left flank. Okay. They just attacking. I mean, I'll happily... Oh, nowhere near enough that me died at that result. Yeah, you got fucked. Yeah, that was a pretty heavy... you guys got absolutely hit hard. Who are you shooting at? I was gonna say you don't target them. Yeah, you guys got hit hard, but hopefully if you guys can be in position. Come on, come on. Come on, are you serious? Good shit. Don't think the enemy... Okay, so the enemy's cavalry attack did inflict some pretty heavy casualties, but they were not inherently destructive. Like, they didn't completely bugger my lines. I'm a little reluctant. What kind of size are they? They're 12-pounder. I think they have the same range as the other dudes, but to be fair. Let me have a look-see. I mean, it's not a huge army. Again, it's the majority of the strength is in the cannon they have there. But at the same time, it's like we need to be careful because if they because again, I don't want this army to be fucked. Last time I moved this guy up, he got buggered royally by an ambush, and I don't want that. I would rather not put him in a position like that. Shit, they're in range. Right. Line as thin as you can. Spread, so that way the chances of them doing whatever. Are you counter-battering? No. Kind of want a counter-battery. Right. Cavalry, I want to see what you can do. Can you maybe flank? Maybe. I'm just thinking, if we can maybe get some attacks on the side, perhaps they can do something. I mean, if the infantry also move up, but I'm not gonna... I almost want to bring these cannons up a little bit further, just so that way we can get some cheeky side shots, but at the moment, I think the biggest thing we just need to is just move up with some infantry on this left flank. And they're marching at the moment, but yeah. We'll just have to hope that whoever he's shooting at, it's... Yeah, no chance. How about if you try and aim for that, and you try and aim for that? Maybe we might get lucky, and we might go above and hit the target. Someone got tagged. It was close, though. Did we tag anyone? I'd like to think we did. Oh! No, they just made the noise. They didn't actually get hit by the cannon, but they just seemingly... Yeah, they just... Yeah. I am disappointed. Just thinking, if we can neutralize their cavalry advantage, I wouldn't mind. It wouldn't be a bad thing. Yeah, if we neutralize their cavalry advantage, that might be something. Might just speed up the process a little bit. Just so that way we can ensure... I mean, we're shooting at them and they're pilfering our poor troops. Yeah, they're shooting at those dudes now. Did we hit someone? So wait, if they're not targeting them specifically, will they just take impact rounds and then just not mind? Because that would, if that's the case, that's a really shitty thing. Right, move up. Right. Right, you boys start moving up towards here. I'm gonna tell you to march on the double. Luckily for us, there's a lot of solid cover between you and the target, but I'm not gonna move you boys. I'm gonna try and move up and use the cavalry to fuck over some infantry. The main objective of this battle is we need to nuke their cannon advantage. We nuke their cannon advantage, we deny them... So they get to do it to us, but we can't do it to them. That's bullshit. Also, very nice shot. Oh, fuck me. I saw that. That was a bad hit. Good hit, but bad. Dude, seriously? Dude, hit them fuckers. That's your job. Right. Kind of a balls to the walls move, but... Yeah, it doesn't work. If you don't specifically... Oh, that's cheating. That is actual cheating in my eye, because that is bullshit. That's such dog shit. Only if they're in range can they do damage. That is such horseshit. Right. Right, there. The cavalry is going to get withdrawn soon. Right, we're going to have to do a balls-to-the-wall push. Come on. Why aren't you shooting? Once we get into position. Hopefully some of these guys might come back. I don't think they will. Oh, yeah. No, they're not coming back. Their general's coming as well. Hopefully that will be enough to get the kill shot. We'd love it to be able to get enough kills in. Break the fucking infantry already. Ooh, yeah, you did take a pummeling. Get those fucking guns. Don't let those fucking gun crews get away. Oh, the fuckers routed, didn't they? Yeah, they pissed off. It's a costly battle. I'm not even gonna quit. I'm not even joking. I'm like, no, it's costly. We've lost a lot of good men fighting this battle, and the only solace in is the fact that, yeah, I got the crew. Well, the crew is gonna hopefully be. We must not let the crew escape. Did we get the crew? No. Jesus Christ! What the fuck? Do you see the fucking links and how high they went with that? That's ridiculous. Well bloody done? Seriously? How fucking high did those dudes get smacked into? Right, question. Did we kill enough of those dudes? Kind of want to make sure that nobody gets a chance, so... Right, 4 regiments left. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's a good one. Right, yeah, I won't lie. The battle there definitely could have been done better. Not gonna lie. But considering the fact that we've eliminated a large portion of the Spanish, well, hopefully a large, if not the entire Spanish portion of that, and then we'll have... Right, question. How many guns do you have? No guns remaining. That's the important thing. The enemy must not have a gun. They must not have any capacity for cannon whatsoever. And like that, I think it's a good time. Ironically, but, you know, I would say this is a good time to wrap up the episode because, well, we're going to need to go into another battle in a second, and, well, unfortunately, we've run out of time. But don't worry, we'll be having another glorious battle with the Spanish army that is currently attempting to push into the underside, which is currently kind of exposed. But what I might do, depending on how things fare, is... Because this army is still potentially... it's still viable, so I'm going to recruit some militia units and maybe some line infantry. Maybe some line infantry first, then some militia units afterwards. So, there you guys have it. I hope you guys have enjoyed. And if you have, let me know in the comments section down below, clicking on the like button, and of course subscribing to the channel. And I look forward to seeing you in the next episode, whereupon we'll be launching our... whereupon we'll be finishing off the Spanish resistance in the Africa and pushing west towards Morocco. Won't be long before we'll be in Madrid, and I look so forward to seeing the Spanish there cowering in fear when they realize, oh shit, Prussia's coming to town. I'll see you in that one. This is Mr. Jaeger signing out.